traders, my name is Layla and welcome back to this week's no-nonsense market recap from Bullish Bear. The last couple weeks have put growth and renewal back in focus. Has spring finally hit the market? The month of April was on pace to be the worst since 1932, but ended up with relatively benign results thanks to a long-awaited turnaround rally that ended a streak of losses since January. In a volatile April, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down 3.2% and the S&P 500 was down 0.8%. However, the NASDAQ composite managed a 0.9% gain for the month. This ended a period where all three major indexes experienced losses for 3 consecutive months. 2025 may have started off on the wrong foot, but de-escalating trade tensions are paying off and investors are swiftly bringing confidence back to Wall Street. Recent reports have surfaced that the US may lower tariffs on China as well as negotiate with major trading partners. Automakers were also promised relief on tariffs this week by the Trump administration while also exempting them from existing steel and aluminum tariffs. GM CEO Mary Barra says they believe the president's leadership is leveling the playing field for companies like GM and helping them to invest more in the US economy. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said this week that a trade deal with an unnamed country is done. The Trump administration said yesterday that there is no official talks with China underway, but touted that there is progress on talks with India. Officials have additionally hinted that the Trump administration is closing in on announcing its first batch of trade deals. Corporate earnings have been solid so far for Q1, with the S&P 500 earnings on track to grow 9.7% year over year. On Thursday, Microsoft and Meta kept this week's upward swing going, making it the first positive trading day of the month. Both tech giants topped Wall Street's expectations for quarterly profit when they delivered results late on Wednesday. Investors were breathing a sigh of relief that perhaps President Trump's tariffs would not affect artificial intelligence, cloud, and advertising spending as much as anticipated. E-commerce giant Amazon reported its own earnings on Thursday, beating on both the top and bottom line. The company also reassured that it won't be showing the tariff hike in its product prices. While tech giants are not letting the tariff woes get them down, restaurants on the other hand are feeling a little bit more cautious. Just ask McDonald's, Chipotle, and Starbucks. All three companies in their latest earning reports signaled that their customers are in the midst of an economic squeeze. McDonald's CFO Ian Borden revealed to analysts on Thursday that people are actually visiting less. On the economic front, things could be panning out better. Consumer confidence in April was lower than expected, falling to 86 versus expectations of a reading of 88. This was the lowest level since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The decline was driven by negative sentiment about future income prospects and concerns about the economy. Job openings, which serve as an indicator of labor demand, were also lower than expected. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics reported the number of job openings on the last day of March stood at 7.19 million. This reading followed 7.48 million openings reported in February and came in below market expectation of 7.5 million. On Thursday, new data showed that weekly filings for unemployment claims hit a 2-month high at the end of April, while continuing claims hit their highest level since November 2021. The markets have had its worst 100 days of any president in office in over 50 years, but signs are signaling the worst may be over. Let's just wait and see what next week brings. For more updates, tune in next week as we continue to track the market's every move, and subscribe down below to Bullish Bear for more market recap videos. Until next time, stay disciplined, manage your risk, and remember, bears make money, bulls make money, but pigs get slaughtered. See you in the trading room.